And that's not, I'm not having a go at him. I mean, what he has done is incredible as well to replace, the type of manager that he has at Liverpool, and then to go and which looks as if he's going to, win the league. But you would expect Liverpool to be up there, and you would expect him to be up there challenging. Maybe the drop off from Manchester City, the injuries that Arsenal have had. Liverpool have been excellent. They've been consistent. But you've got to take into consideration Liverpool would be expected to be in and around there. Maybe not flying high at the top of the table, but that's where they would expect to be, the top end of the table. Nottingham Forest last year, wasn't a great season from them. They've improved. Semi-finals of the FA Cup. There is not one team in that Premier League right now will want to face Nottingham Forest the way they play. I mean, they can take the game to you if they want. They've got creative players that can cut you open, but they can also sit in. They're quite happy to defend and hit in the counter-attack, and that is down to unbelievable coaching. And for me, that's why Nuno is ahead of everybody right now.
Yeah, so going forward, we can see what they can do, especially on the counter. But defensively, just how good are that? Dalot had a free header, which you look at it and it's Forest allowing someone to have a free header. I've never seen that before. Are they defensively the best team in the league right now?
Well, I mean, I think Crystal Palace and the top two are the only ones that's got better goals against them this season. But when you go from the way that Nottingham Forest were losing goals to all of a sudden that's totally changed, you look at their back line, and it was disrupted last night as well. Then they had to make a few changes. Nuno then went and changed the shape as well to make sure that everybody that was on the field was comfortable. And I know Manchester United end up having a couple of chances towards the end with the long distance strikes, but Forest were pretty comfortable within. I think Sells in the goal has been an excellent addition. When you go back the last few goalkeepers, that they have cost Nottingham Forest points. It's not the case now. The centre to defensively are unbelievable. And a lot of people will say now, will Nottingham Forest be able to keep a hold of them? You've got to say they've got an owner that likes to spend the money. Will probably look at Champions League football and think there's an opportunity for Forest to go and with this new format pick up points. They're unbelievable at City Ground. They will cause teams problems even at Champions League level because of the way they can play. And if the owner can get players tied down in longer term contracts, there's no stopping Nottingham Forest right now, because we've been saying it now for a number of weeks, Rob. They're going to fall away. But they keep on churning out performance after performance and just get results. Even a couple of weeks ago, when we think Manchester City are going to town, Manchester City will be looking to close the gap on them. Yes, City might not be playing at the level they have in recent seasons, but it's still a difficult game. Forest find a way to win the game. Yeah. Last night, Manchester United, I know that they're having a difficult season, but we've seen before United could cause teams up the top end of the table problems. I never really seen that last night. It was a pretty comfortable performance. Yes, United had a lot of the ball, but Nottingham Forest, the way they control the games of football, the way that they suck you in, and then all of a sudden the transition into counter-attack, they're rapid. And that goal last night epitomised what Nottingham Forest are. Defending solidly and then hitting the counter-attack and punish you. And they've done it to team after team this season. And it's not a fluke. They deserve to be where they are. As I said, there's been a lot of people looked at it now for a few months and said, they're going to fall away. They ain't going to fall away.
Just a yes or no, because to tidy the Forest side of things up, is that Champions League for next season sorted for them, do you think?
Yeah, I think it has been. I know, obviously, that 8 clear of Chelsea, but they've got a game in hand, Chelsea, and there's a couple behind them, Newcastle, who have obviously got a couple of games in hand, I think. But you're just going to get the feeling they're all going to be playing each other. And for me, there'll be teams looking at, Nottingham Forest in the past and thinking, yeah, they would be the ones that you would want to play. Nobody wants to play them now because they can soak up the pressure, but they've also got pace in the counter-attack that can hurt you. They've got players in the middle of the pitch that, if you want to turn it into a battle, they'll turn it into a battle. When you look at Yates and people like that, they're not afraid to go and do the dirty side because they know that's their job in the team. They've got, is he the best player in the world? The best player in the Forest team? No, but he understands his job. And you look at him after the match last night, absolutely delighted coming through the ranks and putting in the performances he's putting in. It's been a struggle for Nottingham Forest for a number of years. Now all of a sudden they've got up there and flying high at the top end of the table. Nuno has built a very strong team, and I can only see it going one way for me, and that is to continue what they're doing right now.